We're joined here by Simon Young, Executive Chef at the Jumeirah Carlton Hotel. Thank you, Chef, for joining us today. About 2003. In those years, what kind of changes have you made in the kitchen?
Unbelievable, the amount of changes we've made. The hotel hadn't had an executive chef for around 6 months when I arrived, so there was a lot of work to do in terms of controlling payroll, food cost, getting some consistency into the food. Banqueting was very average, and I aim to give a restaurant experience in banqueting, so we can do anything up to 380 plated food here, and we're trying to give a restaurant experience. The rib room, I wanted to make it a bit more seasonal, so the rib room, which is the main restaurant of the hotel, is all about simple, the best of British produce, and it probably wasn't quite the case when I got here. So yeah, we're buying the best around Britain, the best smoked salmon from Scotland, buccleuch beef from Scotland, Cornish crab, Cornish scallops, and so on. So yeah, there was a lot to do, and it's been a fantastic 7 years.
You just mentioned a couple minutes ago that there were, out of, let's say, 25 five-star hotels in London, there are only maybe 5 left who are actually still run by a head chef like yourself. Can you tell us who are those other 5, if you know?
Yeah. The Ritz, John Williams runs the whole operation there. The Royal Garden Hotel, Chef Steve Monkley still runs the operation there. The Landmark. The Sheraton Park Tower. I think that's probably about it.
What do you think about, this new thing going on, especially in the States, I suppose, about celebrity chefs? I know you said you mentioned it that Gordon Ramsay kind of started it, but what do you think about that? How does it affect, let's say, a hotel operation when the chef leaves, let's say?
I think we've got a job to do, and I think, I'm not going to mention any names, but I think certain chefs can get too carried away with the TV work, and they take the eye off the ball of actually what they're getting paid to do. But I think, the plus side is amazing PR for the hotel. Yeah, we've done some bits here. We had there's a program in the UK called MasterChef and Celebrity MasterChef. And we filmed the Celebrity MasterChef here, and again, great PR for the hotel. So, I think you've just got to handle it very carefully and not get too carried away. Or you've got to make the decision, I'm doing the TV stuff and nothing else.
You've received some awards lately, and I see that you give back to the university, so you enjoy giving back to your industry, right?
I don't know if I give back to my industry. I mean, I'm currently Hotel Chef of the Year for the UK. It's a thing called a Katie, which is like the Oscars of the catering industry. I was given an honorary fellowship to Thames Valley University this year, which is a great honour. And I mean, I do a bit of work with them in terms of taking students here and training the students, and I've done some demonstrations there. So it's just a way of recognising me. So, but yeah, great honour.
Well, super congratulations. I mean, that's amazing to get that kind of honor. Speaking of your menu here tonight, tell me some of your favorite dishes personally.
Well, you have to have the beef. It's just amazing. I've got a head chef here called Donato who runs this restaurant. The way he cooks his rib of beef, so it's a 4 rib of beef. It's from Buccleuch in Scotland. It's aged for 28 days. It's amazing, and people come back time and time again for it. So, definitely that's a must. It's very, very simple. A lot of chefs said to me, I don't know whether you're aware, but things like water bath cooking now is very much in vogue, and a lot of chefs said to me, how do you cook it? Do you slow cook it? And I'm like, no, we cook it in a hot oven like you'd cook a piece of beef at home. Other signature dishes, very popular dishes is a scallop and pork belly dish. Yeah, it's a big, juicy diver caught scallops from Cornwall. And their hands, when we say diver caught, divers actually dive down and get them by hand as opposed to being dredged. We caramelise the scallops, and we slow cook pork belly, which we've marinated, and it comes with an orange ginger dressing. Very, very simple dish, but a lot of great feedback of that.
Is there any last thing you'd like to share about what you've enjoyed about your career?
And I'm not just saying this because I work here, the last 7 years have been the most amazing 7 years of my career. This company has just supported me in everything I've needed to do, everything I've asked for. In terms of investment in the kitchens is just incredible. So yeah, I mean, my kind of career took off when I came here, and I mean, I've worked in some great hotels, Raffles in Singapore, the Dorchester. My last job, I opened the Great Eastern Hotel, which was a 5-star in London with 5 restaurants. So in terms of food and beverage, it was a lot bigger here. It was always my dream to come back to the West End to a 5-star, and when this came up, I jumped at the opportunity. But I've never worked for a company that just invests in the product, in you, in training, as here. So.
Well, it sounds like they're very lucky to have you as well. So you're both in a great place. Perfect combination. Well, thank you so much, Chef. Appreciate you joining us today.